Assalamu alaikum, family. How you doing? Oh, praises due to Allah. Welcome once again to the Queen of Rap. Thank you once again for coming in to the Queen of Rap. We appreciate you so much. And as you know, this is Thinking Thursday. This is Thinking Thursday, and this will be our final show for the day. This will be our final show for the day. With the Queen of Rap, my beautiful wife, Nafiza Ali.
Peace, fam.
And we have a very special guest today, and that is my beloved wife's holistic healing jewelry teacher, who's going to be on with us. All right, this is going to be a powerful, interesting conversation. This one is called The Spirit to Heal. The Spirit to Heal. With Aries Banes. Going to be a fireside chat. But before we get started with that, you know how we going to start with our theme music, all right? So we're going to start with a little bit of that, and then we'll bring her on, all right? Okay. No, I'm going to bring her on in a second. I see her. We're going to make all our announcements. And for those who didn't know, that was made by your brother. Yours truly, that music right there. Well, we're going to get started, family. We're going to get started, all right? Well, first of all, as you already know, we thank you so much for your time and attention today. And we appreciate you being here with us. But we would like to just start out right here with a few things that we would like you to consider supporting. And number one thing that we want you to consider supporting is the Final Call newspaper. The Final Call newspaper, you can get it digitally, but we are glad to announce that we're going to be hitting the streets once again this week. And if you are in the Tucson area and you want that mighty Final Call delivered to you, you can text your brother at 678-368-1818, and I'll be glad to get it to you. But if you're not in my area and you want to get that news that you can use anywhere in the world, you can get it at digitalfinalcall.com. Again, that's digitalfinalcall.com. And in an hour like this, brothers and sisters, you already know that we need divine guidance. We need divine inspiration and information. And you can get that at store.finalcall.com. Store.finalcall.com. Get the latest lectures by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Get lectures by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and our beautiful student ministers like Brother Ishmael, Brother Nuri, Brother Abdul, and the list goes on and on. Your Minister Ava, Mother Tynetta. It's so many. We can't mention all of them. But you can get those lectures at store.finalcall.com, store.finalcall.com. You can do that, and we appreciate you supporting that. Because this is definitely a time where we need to be divinely inspired, and we need right guidance today. And the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, as taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, has changed and is changing our lives as we speak. All right, so definitely support that. Also, we want you to support us at our store, and that is Etsy.com. That's www.etsy.com/shop/Nafiza, Nafeezah, Ali. That's Etsy.com/shop/Nafiza Ali. And if you didn't know, we got a podcast too. You can actually support that at www.anchor, like an anchor.fm, anchorfm.com, anchorfm.com/Mind Spark Creation. We're going to drop that in the chat as well, but we wanted you all to know that, okay, so that you can support us there. You can support us on our podcast as well. We want to give a special shout out today, a special shout out to Quantum RD, our dear brother Tassiel, Dr. Peters. They were on our show a few weeks ago. If you're looking how to strengthen that immune system, this is something that we use right here. It's called Alpha 7. Alpha 7. You can pick that up at that same location, www.etsy.com/shop/Nafiza Ali. You can pick that up right there. That is that immune enhancing wonderful tonic that we use on a daily basis, brothers and sisters. So you can pick that up on Etsy.com. All right. So with that said, brothers and sisters, without further ado, we don't want to hold you any longer. We don't want to keep you from this fireside chat. We're going to get ready to bring on our dear sister, our friend, Sister Aries Banes, my wife, Wholistic Healing Jewelry Teacher. It's going to be an exciting conversation. You don't want to miss this one. So tune on in. We're going to bring her on. Thank you once again for your time and attention. Thank you for all your support. And here we go. All right, all right. Can you hear me okay, Aries?
Yes, I can.
All right, all right, all right.
Peace, Queen. How are you?
Peace, Queen. How you doing today?
Greetings. I'm doing just fine. How about you all?
Excellent.
We are doing well, doing very well. Thank you for asking.
All right, so we don't have video right now. Are you able to do video or no?
No, I'm not able to do video.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
That's all right. We got you here, though.
We got you here. That's the biggest thing, and we appreciate you coming on with us.
Yes, absolutely.
You know we love you.
Yeah, how's everything going in Hawaii right now?
Everything's going fine for me. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain. I hope nobody else is complaining.
Okay,
you know,
right.
But everything, like I said again, everything is pretty good over here with me. You know what I'm saying? With my mind, soul, and spirit. You know, I'm good.
Yeah.
But you know, every state is doing well. Everywhere in the country is doing what they're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, we got to understand this is time for us to build and grow as a people.
Right, absolutely. I think it's the perfect time,
Yes.
you know, for us to start growing as a people. So we're going to get started with the questions in just a moment. But if you want to just kind of open it up and kind of let us know a little bit about you, about your background as an artist, and you know, just give us a little bit of your bio.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit about who I am, and I usually don't talk about the accolades that I've done in my life, but
Yeah.
pretty much I'm Aries, and I'm an African that was born in Georgia, and I took on what God had for me, and so I'm help heal and build my community to motivate my other brothers and sisters to eat right, sleep right, and be well, and show them anything that I can to make a financial increase in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been to school, you know what I'm saying? I've been to school. I'm not gonna say I haven't been to college, you know. I've taught some everywhere. That's from Brooklyn to Atlanta to all parts of Georgia. You know, I did private classes. I did programming from I had a program called Breaking the Bridge Between Culture. I had that for about 5 years, and I took it to 18 different schools after school program. And just teaching us that we are all one. You know, understand what I'm saying? we may look different or whatever, but we have so many similar ways, and that was something to bring to make people understand the African culture, and we are somebody, and we are strong. You know what I'm saying? And we shouldn't be ashamed of being strong and being beautiful, being intelligent. But
Right.
that's another, like I said again, I worked in most all the art centers that's in Atlanta. I'm here in Hawaii now, but like I said again, I've done a whole lot in the community. That's who I am, and as a healer, what I'm saying, that's why I teach, because God gave me creative ability to heal and creative ability to create. So I put them together, and so that's how
Mm.
that's a little bit about me and who I am, and all other things don't matter though. I'm just saying, what
Right.
matters is that I love God and I love my people, and I'm doing what
Yes.
God needs me to, you know, I'm, and I'm
And
teaching
that
the way
love
He needs.
comes shining through. It really does, Aries. From the moment I met you, it's been nothing but love. And we are so grateful that, you have been someone that has become a part of our life.
That's right.
Not just somebody that came in and came out. We've been knowing each other for years now, probably about 8 or 9 years.
Longer than that, I think.
We've known,
Been,
we've been
it's been long 8 9 years now. I used to keep up with them, but now I don't keep up with them. I just say that that's my brother and that's my sister.
That's right. That's right. It's
Yeah,
fam. It's like we've been knowing each other forever.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Well, we're gonna go ahead with the first question,
All
and
right.
Okay.
we'll let Mr. Dawood ask that first question.
All right. And our first question of the evening, or the day, is why is spirituality and proper intention necessary in doing holistic healing jewelry design? Why is that such an important part of you all's healing work?
It's because, see, when you learn through spirit, you're using God to be your insight, and
Mm.
and when you create and design holistic jewelry, you healing yourself as you heal other people as you create. The
Yes,
copper has,
ma'am.
and say copper because we as African love to wear gold and silver, but they are more passive towards the stone of healing. The greatest metal is copper. It energizes you. It heals you from arthritis. It does a whole lot of things for you medically, but spiritually, it helps you go inside and open up all those chakras in your body. You know what I'm saying? All your different chakras, so that you be able to create. And as you create, you'll heal yourself at the same time.
Mm.
So that's one of the reasons why I teach that way. I teach to meditate before you start it. You know what I'm saying? To open up so it be freely learned. If you don't do that, then it'd be hard on me as an instructor. I don't everybody don't teach the way I do. As me as an instructor, it'd be harder for me somebody if I don't open that meditation part of them, so that they understand that you gotta meditate so you can open up, so it'd be easier. And when I make it easier, you be able to concept anything that I do without frustration.
Right.
And like I
Yeah,
tell everybody,
that was very key in teaching
if
me.
you, yeah, including you, yeah, yeah. And I tell people to burn. People say that incense is devil worship and all that stuff, but I don't. My mother was a Baptist minister for over 50 years, and me and her don't believe the same, but she understands me and I understand her. But frankincense and myrrh, it's in the body. We understand what I'm saying. But the energy is supposed to balance you and open
Right.
up doors and make sure that the energy around you is good. Because if you got good energy, it's easy to create. And that's the thing that I usually ask my students. I used to do that with my students. I bring frankincense and myrrh. I show them how to breathe. I show them how to challenge the energy. in their hands. I show them how to feel energy. And so, you know, those things are so great as a healer. See, over here in Hawaii, they don't look at you as an artist or either designer. They look at you as you as a healer. And I remember when the shaman asked me, "So who are you, my daughter?" And I said, "I'm a healer." And he said, "You said the right thing," because he thought I was gonna say I'm an artist, I'm a jeweler, and all that. I said, "No, I'm a healer," because I took on my responsibility, and that's
Mm.
through anything, through healing. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. That's beautiful. And I was talking with a sister a couple of weeks ago, Sister Chantel, about waiting to get um, your letters from corporate America. And in our conversation, we were like, we don't have to wait. Allah, God, He's the one that tells you if you are a healer or not, and then your works and how you apply His Spirit is what makes you a healer, not somebody's letters on the wall.
True that, because you know me learning who I am. My grandmother, my mother, my aunties, they all told me, and they didn't tell me. They nurtured me for who I am, and they
Mm,
told me if I put these things together, then Allah would feed me for the rest of my life.
that's
And
right.
I did. You know, I haven't went to school. I don't have a piece of paper, but I've been studying and practicing over 30 some years. So
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think that makes me qualified. I didn't go to somebody and say, "Oh, can I be a healer? Oh, how
Right.
much do I have to pay you so I can?" You know, that's not the deal in healing. See, healing don't come from you reading in a book.
Mm,
You understand what? And you can't. Let me tell people certain things you can't teach. Just like I tell my
right.
parents, I can't teach your child how to be creative, but I can teach them how to copy. And so as a healer, it's something that you have to practice, and that's between you and God, not you and man, but you and Allah. You and Allah have built this oneness where
Right.
He opens, give you insights. And see, people don't realize that you're going to pay this man or this school, and most we paying Europeans because a lot
Hmm.
of us don't have common sense to do it ourselves. But
Right.
we paying them all this money to get a piece of paper. But when they get there with the people, they don't know what to do. They got to go refer to a book, and you shouldn't have to
Mm,
refer to a book.
right.
Spirituality comes to you through Allah. Allah gives us insights, and so I tell anybody, um, I don't believe in you going to school to be a healer, a spiritual healer. You got to be chosen teachers. That's why we don't have good teachers no more. It's because
Mm,
teachers and doctors are healers, and we don't realize that. See, back
right.
in the day, we realized that they was healers, and they're the pillar of our community. See, now it's not that way. Most people that teach are
Mm,
doctors. They either for the fame or they for financial gain. Other than
right.
that, they don't. That's why our kids are lost. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have lost our kids so much because everybody's chasing a dollar. You know,
Mm,
and I always tell teachers, the principals always ask me, "Well, how did you get to this? We had the baddest kids and all this, and you always say they so good and all this." I said, "See, I'm a healer. I was called to do what I'm doing. Your other people that you they wasn't called to do what I'm doing. So that's why they have problems with the kids.
right.
Like I tell everybody, and when we see our young brothers and sisters, I hope that everybody do me the same way, and nurture our young brothers and sisters. I have people say, "Oh, you're a Muslim or whatever." A Muslim been in my life, Baptist area in my life. I've had all these people nurture me, and that's why I became to be who I am. You know,
Right.
um, all my brothers and sisters that are Muslim, they've been in my life some 20, 30 years and never dissed me in any kind of way. We always talk. They send me, I got them calling me now since I'm in Hawaii. They still call me and still check on me. And the
Right.
thing is that they nurture me to be a healer, a spiritual healer. And
Mm,
I got to give props where it's due. You understand what I'm saying?
right.
I had a Muslim brother that helped me become the way I am. woman that I am. Since I'm 15. Since I was 15, I'm 57 now, and he still plays a big part in my life and my growing.
Yeah.
So, like I said again, if healing, we'll heal ourselves, heal other people. See, people don't
Uh-huh.
understand when you make jewelry, you got nervous energy, and you put it in the jewelry. You get you sending out to those people that you're making it for nervous energy. So it ain't gonna heal them.
Mm.
They probably won't
Right.
even wear it. They probably look
You
at it and
know,
just adore it.
that's so important. You know, that really, to me, is very important when it comes to who is making your jewelry and the energy that goes in as you create. You know, and I think about those days when you used to come to the house to teach me, you know, and that was the number one thing is meditation, quiet of mind, being one with God's spirit as you're putting these pieces together, you know, and don't force it. Just flow. Just let the stone tell you, you know, let the spirit of God tell you what it wants to be done. And I have carried that with me ever since you know, you gave me those skills, because for me it's not just jewelry. When I first started, it was, you know, really I had took all my jewelry loose and put it on the table and just started putting jewelry back together. But when I learned from you, it was just a whole different mindset on what I was doing, because I'm not just making jewelry. That's not what I do. I'm not a jewelry designer. You know, I'm a holistic healing jewelry creator, you know, and this is what I do. And
I
I learned
always,
that.
I always tell my student when they ask me, "Is this piece good?" And I ask them to hold that piece in your hand, and what do you feel?
Mm,
See, that's creating anything. That's whether you do music. When you do music, you know, sometimes some people can do music and it could just hit your soul all inside of you. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And then some music you just moving to the rhythm. Like
Mm,
some artists beautiful, and then you'll feel that piece of artwork and you be like, oh, I feel it so much. You can tell the difference between a healer and just a regular artist.
right.
Because we are made to heal people through our creativity. That's why Allah gave us that talent. And I tell everybody, if you struggle through creativity, then you're not connected to Allah. You're not connected to God, because if you are, it'll flow freely.
Right.
Creativity is freedom. It's not a box. It's freedom. It's freedom to
Mm,
be. And
yeah.
freedom to learn. You learn through yourself. Most people don't understand our culture is the number one culture that's easy to be taught anything in this world, and they don't have to go to school. Pick up a book or look at a video.
Right.
Once we see it, most of the time, once we see things, we can do it, and that's why we are
Right.
so brilliant. And like I said, they're coming through meditation, because you got to be connected. And that's another thing you don't understand: being connected to God and not being so greedy for money. And you'll see what God will lead you to, help you heal
Mm,
people. It's so beautiful to body. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're being a servant,
yeah.
like you spoke.
Right. Right. Serving the people.
Serving the
That's
people.
absolutely beautiful.
You know, what you just shared about the schooling aspect, that the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey said, what is college anyway, other than reading and studying? And the reality of the matter is, like you said, when you call to do something and then people come around and begin teaching you what it is that you're supposed to know, and you just begin picking up things that you're supposed to be doing. It also makes me think about the disciples of Jesus. Once Jesus was crucified, and then they went out into the land and began healing people as well, just like he was doing. And nobody told them, okay,
You
you
need a
have to go
degree.
to a doctor's office, you need a degree. None of that, what I mean? Because the healing that they had didn't come from medicines and things like that. It came from the Spirit of God.
Right.
So I definitely can relate to what you all are saying. You know, I can definitely relate. And, you know, of course, we appreciate what you've done for our family, you know, because all I know, my wife buried some stones in the ground. And then the next thing I know, she had an insatiable desire to do something with those stones.
See,
So
that's the deal with it. See,
that's all I know. But that kind of leads me into
Wait,
it. Oh, go ahead.
You were gonna say something, Aries?
That's what that's one thing I tell people. Don't get brainwashed. Say you practicing voodoo. When you practicing what God gave us, stones, metal, it's naturally grown. We ain't putting that together. We just getting the energy from it. This our power. You know, I
Right.
carry him. I carry hematite in my pocket, and I carry smoky quartz.
Okay.
Tight to keep me balanced because when I
Right.
used to teach, I just also a lot of I want to say I'm gonna say it the righteous way because I don't want to be wrong for it. I teach around a lot of Caucasian where I'm the only African there, and to keep me balanced because they come at me. They just come at me so hard. You understand what I'm saying? So to keep me balanced, so I can when I respond to them, I want to gonna make them think about
Right.
what they see. You know, because they always like to irritate us and agitate us. But like I tell everybody, all of our kids there's hypertension, got hypertension and all that, get them a hematite. Let them hold it. Let them hold it. It, it'll balance them out still. You understand? For the time that you're trying to teach them, you know. And we got to start using these natural materials for our kids. Stop using all this medication. You know, I've been teaching like I said over 30 some years, and it's so funny that I can get the Caucasian family to follow along with me, but I can't even get my own African brothers and sisters. They rather get the medication. But
Yeah.
we got to understand. We got to stop getting them. This medication. We don't even understand. Once they get older, they're addicted. So they're gonna get off that medication, but they're gonna something else to go higher with it. They already been addicted. Once you put them on it, they already addicted. But they're not been healed. They've been suppressed to sit there and be quiet. Be
Right.
high and be quiet. So we got to find
Yeah.
something else. Like I tell everybody, we got to find. And the best thing I see that's going right now is showing them how to meditate and giving them stones and let them
Yeah.
feel it and feel the energy of them and explain to them, what the different stones mean. They be able to understand. I got
Yeah.
5 years old and 4 year olds can understand. The six
Right.
and seven, 8 years, 10, But we got to stop saying those things of voodoo. Those are our power. That what
Right.
kept us so strong. You know what I'm saying? Those are natural resources that they took away from us. That's one of our tools for us to do to get to calm us down instead of alcohol and drugs.
Right. Right. God
And
gave us everything that we need, and it's right on the
yeah,
earth, and we just got to decide to use it and get back to what it is that was created for us, especially in this hour. The stones and natural things is what we need. We don't need the synthetic, drugs and all these other things that, our enemy is putting in front of us to use. And, I thought it
yeah,
was really a great idea what you were saying about the children and the stones, because one of the things that I do, other things that I do, is I do the face mask for children. I do it for everybody, but the children, I've been really working with superheroes, and I put the stones in there with them. So, the children and really connecting back to the earth and what is natural, I think is really key and important. So we're gonna go with the next question.
yeah, you're right. That's true. That's really true. Yeah.
All right. And the next question is, about how long have you been doing Holistic Healing Jewelry, and what inspires you to just keep going with what it is that you do? What inspires you to keep in that line of work?
God inspired me, and just to make a difference in my community. And when I say my community, I mean all over the world. And that's what kind of really inspired me is God. It's never a day where I can't create. It's never a day that if I want to make jewelry, I don't sit up and say, "Oh, I can't make jewelry." Oh, I feel this kind of way or whatever. I'm grateful and I'm thankful because I listened to my brothers and sisters as I was coming up. And even when I'm creating music, see, I play music, I paint, I carve, I do everything, and I teach everything. And it's all God. I remember I told my mother, I said, if I'm gonna go through this right now in my life, and I had to be about 21 or 22 years old, I said I got to put God first, and everything I do in my life, God come first, and God helped me and inspired me to do all the things, and I would never stop helping my people. People say I'm prejudiced. No, I love my people. Why is it wrong for me to uplift my people? Why should I go uplift everybody else people besides mine?
Right.
So, like I said again, what really inspired me to do this is just God and to see my brothers and sisters. They call me, I can get them information, and they run out there and they do what they gotta do, and they moving and doing the things they need to do. That's doing and being who I am is just seeing what impact that I make on my brothers and sisters' lives and helping them get to the point where they want to get to.
Yes, ma'am.
It don't mean that
Awesome.
don't make a difference between the religion. You know what I'm saying? I deal with every religion that it is out here. That's one
Right.
thing I tell my African brothers and sisters that we got to understand that if you ain't Muslim, ain't Pentecost, if you ain't that, then we can't deal with you. No, we got to stop that. That's separation.
Right.
We
Right.
got to
And that doesn't
understand
get us
that
anywhere. You're right.
God is one love. Yeah, God is one love. I said, what if this is what I told one of the brothers from Liberia. I said, what if I was like you are? What if I say, oh, you born in America? You don't live in Georgia. I ain't giving you no information. I ain't gonna help heal you. Then I'll be
Right.
wrong. But I see every dark skinned person, every person that's African, I see them as my brothers and sisters. I don't care what part of the world you're from, you're my
That's right.
brothers and sisters. I'm trying to make sure he gave me the power to motivate and stimulate my people to greatness. So
Mm,
what I do, I try to encourage and strengthen my people to be great as
right.
they can be. Because it's already inside of them. See, that's the thing. We've been locked in bondage. That's physically, mentally, and all. People
Mm,
say, "Oh, segregation over with," but it might be over with. Slavery might be over with, but we gotta start tearing down things in our body and our minds that have been perpetuated from one generation to the next generation. It's a curse.
exactly.
And once we start doing that, and that's one of the things, like I said again, that's why I love what I do is because it's just to share into one of us, and they can see the light. You know what I'm saying? And they start
Yeah.
feeling better, and their family start building and growing as one. It takes two to keep a family and make the family grow. And if the
Right.
man and the father ain't there, how the children gonna get there if the mother and father ain't there?
Right.
And that's the thing we got to read. I told you the children will lead. And the Bible always say that the children will lead. Guess what? They do lead, but we
Right.
don't
But we got to
listen.
give them the tools.
Yeah, we don't listen. Yeah, we don't listen though. We don't find those that we need to nurture, like we need to nurture
Hmm.
them. We lose them. And so at the end of the day, like I said again, I will continues to do God's will. I
Yeah.
always say I will to will thy will. And that's what inspired me. Just like I said again, just being obedient. A lot of us won't be. Just being obedient. To what God need me to do. I've been
Right.
doing this since I've been a child. My mother told me, "Don't go to college. God gave you everything you need. Let him do His work for the people."
Mm.
I didn't listen to her. I listened to all the European. Go to college. Go this. Go this. Go that. Go this. I went to college for 7 years and degree, but I had to pay all that money back at the bar.
Right.
But at the same time, I've been teaching for over 30 years, and that's all levels of teaching. That's
Mm.
from pre-K to college and
Okay.
adults. I have a degree, and like my mother said, see, I told you, and I was like, yeah, you're right. So like I said again, as long as I do God's will, that's why I continue to be happy and inspired to reach other people to open up their
Mm.
doors because they're healers. We all are healers. We all have
Right.
special things inside of us that we can bring to the table to help heal people.
That's right. Well, all we have to do is really connect back to the God, and once we connect back to the God and we become servants, then we can heal
Yes.
the people, we can heal the land, and
Yes.
the scripture of course tells us that. And I just think that like right now you have so many avenues that or creativity within you that you use so many different avenues to share that. And it's your spirit, but it comes out as jewelry, it comes out in paintings, it comes out in the music, it comes out in what you do because it's that spirit that dwells within you. And
I
from
gotta
day
say,
one.
I say, excuse me, sister. I gotta say, I shaded that so hard because
Yeah.
that statement is so it is so true, and I'm gonna say I shade to you, because and some people might not know what Ashe means. It's giving thanks to God. Same way, we're just using different words. I'm just using the African
Right.
terms. Way back
Right.
when ancestors, but it could be amen the same way. But you're so right about that. And sorry for interrupting you, but that's one
No,
because I
no,
was getting ready to say
you're fine.
really get
Um,
really excited and say, sister, you know you speaking the word right there because that's the truth. And truth is we don't understand. And you can go ahead and finish. And I apologize for just coming in like that, but that touched me right there because if everybody believe in that statement, you just not just believe in it but live it.
right.
We'll start coming back to be great as we are and great as we've been for thousands of years.
Mhm. Right. And but you did the exact thing that was proper. Is give God the praise, give God the glory because it is Him that gives us, that feeds us. As we strive to be one with Him, He's giving back to us tenfold. And I just have to bear witness in my life because when I met you, I was peeping your stuff at Little 5 Points. And I'm trying to get some ideas as to what to do because I didn't really know how to wrap jewelry at the time. I was just really learning to, repurpose my jewelry. And when you spoke with my husband and, just was like, well, can I teach your wife how to make jewelry?
Yes, you did.
And then my husband comes and tell me this, and I'm like, what? What made her, you know, ask if you asked my husband? You didn't even we didn't even have a conversation. I was just looking at your
You
stuff.
got to respect. You have to respect the household. See, this is the thing people don't understand. To know a religion or a culture, then you respect it. And I
Yeah.
know by me up through years of dealing with my other brothers and sisters that are Muslim, I know I go to him first, even though I'm just talking to her. That's just respect. You understand what I'm saying? And you have to be more respectful amongst the family like that
Yes, ma'am.
because that's why I went that way. And spirit sent me that way. See, I never know how things gonna work out. I let God lead
Right.
me, and he told me to go to your husband first because I knew the
Okay.
way I was gonna be teaching you. It was outside of your religion. You understand what I'm saying? And I wanted to make sure I get an okay with him first. That it's
Okay.
okay that I can and teach you
Mm.
what I needed to teach you.
Mm.
Because it wasn't about the jury. It was all about opening up and getting closer. That's what it was all about. Because once I open you up, I told you I'm gonna give you only so many lessons, and I'm gonna let you go because you don't need me no more.
Right.
Yeah, you were scared, but guess what? You didn't need me no more. When I decided, you know, so that's the deal. I tell all my students, I run an 8 weeks course in jewelry design, and they don't know more. I said, you ain't gonna need me after this. I said, because every class we meditate. I burn my frankincense and myrrh. I show them how to challenge the energy. Everything I taught you, I teach every class. And I got people big money traveling and got their own everything. You know what I'm saying? But they healing. They healers. They are not just
Right.
jewelry designers. You know, they are healers. And they
Right.
know that, you can have a piece costs $150. And Spirit tell me to sell that piece to that person for $25. I sell it for $25 because
Right.
that person needs that piece. It
Exactly.
ain't about being whatever, but they need that piece. And you got
Right.
to remember, I want to tell you one thing about rapping. When you rapping to keep the energy circulating to go certain ways, so the energy to be stronger. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and that's the part of rapping. Now
Yeah.
it goes ancient. It goes back ancient, but the Europeans have took it and made a mockery out of making money. You know what I'm saying? Taking it to the level just
Right.
making money off of. But
Right.
that's why we call things and we wrap things energy circulating. If you wear a copper brace, you got a sore arm or ankle or whatever, you'll feel the difference. I can only
Right.
tell you because I experienced. You know, like I did one lady. I had a store down in Jefferson, Georgia, and it was a healing thing because one sister she healed with crystals. She did massage and stuff with crystals and what. So I had this one lady here, and they got to stand up on their feet on that cement all the time. All them knees and ankles was bad. So I took
Mm.
one lady and she wore it, and everybody in that cafeteria have a piece of my jewelry out of copper. They didn't have
Okay.
they go home saying their knees hurting and all that no more. They don't even take the pain
Mm.
medicine they gave them for arthritis no more.
Right.
And we got to make sure we instill it into our people because that medicine for arthritis it ain't healing you. Because when you say heal thyself, it means that you're healed. You ain't putting no
Mm.
bandage over anything that's gonna keep getting
Exactly.
worse. It ain't gonna get better. And like I
Mm-hmm.
said again, we got to go back to the fresh food, fresh grown food, what I'm saying, at the garden, go grow our own food, you know what I'm saying, and
Right.
do our own healing, because before we segregated, we didn't have all the diseases and all that because
Mm.
we believed in God and we leaned on God. We ain't had no other choice but lean on God because that was our power back then through slavery,
Right.
that's our power. And
Mm.
so I'm just saying right now, we need to remember that the universe and God wants to control our lives. And if we live within the universe through the seasons, when the season change, we change. You understand what I'm saying? Then we won't have all this illness, and we
Right.
won't be our immune system be so strong and powerful. It's the food that we put inside of us that keeps us
Mm-hmm.
growing.
That's true. We have to get back to what is natural. What God put on this earth for us. And I know a lot of people, still eat meat. And they could say that God put it on this earth for us, but our bodies aren't designed to really digest that stuff. And with all the chemicals that they're putting in stuff, you have to be really careful. So I tell people all the time, when you wearing your lotions from Bath and Body. What about all of them chemicals that's in there? We need something natural like shea butter. We need cocoa butter. We need the vitamin
Shea
E.
butter. See, shea butter,
Right.
we don't understand. We hate shea butter. I got to say this about my African brothers and sisters. We shea butter. But I used to work for this company, and we used to go to the doctors' convention, to the foot doctor convention, all over the United States, selling shea butter. I would sell to one doctor. I sell 10 cases of shea butter, over 10,000 and some dollar worth of shea butter. Is because
Mm,
those white know what good with shea butter is really good. It's good. It
right.
goes 7 layers of our skin. See, lotion
Right.
don't go into. See, that's why we use
Mm,
it up so much. It don't go into
right.
our skin. Shea penetrates 7 layers. No, we had 7 layers of skin. We got 7 layers of skin, and shea butter would go in there. It'll protect it. You can wash your, you can take a shower, whatever. Your skin is still protected. But
Mm-hmm.
we don't realize that it's good for sunburns. It's good for cuts. It's good for lip balm. Like it's good for conditioning your hair. And like
Mm,
I said again, until That's something natural. It belongs
Right.
to us. So we can't use everything the European use for our skincare. We don't
That's true.
realize that. Really don't
Right. We
realize
have to,
that. But I
you're
tell
right.
everybody, don't do not use lotion. The best thing for us, we can use coconut oil in our hair and everything else. But for our skin care, it's shea butter. People always tell me, what you do to your skin? I said, I use Bonner peppermint soap and I use shea butter. That's all I do. I don't add anything else. I don't do nothing else to my face and nothing like that. Those are two things that I use. I've been using them for 18 years and I would never stop.
Mm.
Matter of fact, I had a cut on my hands. It was deep, and I was like, "Oh man, what I'm gonna do?" I said, "I ain't gonna bandage it." I went and got me a big clog of shea butter and stuffed it in there, rubbed it in there. The next morning, we went swole or nothing. It was had already started healing. And
See?
and like I said again, and right now, while things are going on the way it is, you can put shea butter all over your face. You can put it in your nose, all your nose, your ears, and all that, around your lips and all that. That's a protection. It won't
Okay.
get
I
in
can
your
see
skin.
that.
You know,
Yeah.
it won't get in your skin. And
Right.
and people say, you go out. I say I go out every day. Ain't nothing in this world gonna scare me to stay in the house. Now I stay in the house when I want to. Now I go out when I
Okay.
get ready because again, I don't walk in fear. I walk with God in my
Yes.
life. I'm sorry. You know,
I
we
know
got
that's
to.
right.
We got to
All
do
right.
that
Well,
because
I
see.
know we don't have a lot more time, so we're going to ask just one more question.
Okay, go
And
ahead.
Well, basically, we're gonna kind of leave the floor open for you. Basically, what we want people to be able to, to connect with you on Facebook or however you want them to connect with you, and so that they can learn more about what it is that you're doing, and any closing statement that you may have. I do have a bit of something that, as you're talking, for those that's aspiring to be holistic healing jewelry designers. They just they attracted to stones. They want to do something with it. What can you say to them on how they can kind of get started? What's a good starting point, and also just let us know how we can contact you or they can contact you in the future. Okay.
Okay. Um, for you to really get started, you go anywhere and you buy your stones, but make sure when you get your stones, you know the name of them. And once you get them home, you wash them in sea salt. You put them in the windowsill and let the sun charge them back up. And then you buy you a book and you go and you feel and you embrace those like you love them. Because so that's how you can get in tune to the stones. And knowing how they feel and how they make you feel. And that's how you can tell
mm,
somebody. You can't tell anybody something you ain't never felt it before. Well,
right.
but that's the thing. But to keep in contact with me, I have a Instagram is Aries Creation, but
Right.
and then I
Very
have
sweet.
another one called
Very good
Repurpose
choice.
Flip on Instagram, and that Repurpose Flip is that right there. I'm talking about my life and how I had to repurpose my life. It's
Okay.
not because of Corona, but if you go there, I'll put information. I'll do more information on those two sites. If you want to get in contact with me, you can contact me on Aries Creation on Instagram. That's the best place to get in contact with me. I do post a lot. I post food. I post a little artwork. But like I said again, in the beginning of October, I'm gonna repurpose flips. And like I said again, it's talk about how we repurpose our life, how we eat right, how we can take and change things that we meet. But what can we do to get from meat to veggies? So
Oh,
that site will be telling you all that and then more about my stones and all that on that site right there. But that's how you
yes.
can get in right now.
Okay. Well, we'll make sure to put it in the chat as well, so that our guests and our friends and our families can see it also, and be able to connect with you. Aries, I just want to say
Okay,
before we
one more thing.
go ahead.
Still be in October. if you want to how to do holistic jewelry making
Okay.
and learn about this and how to do that, I'll be starting that up on
Okay.
October the 20th,
Yes.
2020. Our podcast. So that'll be launching during that time. And we can come in and help each other. We can nurture each other and open doors so people to where they need to get to.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds like an awesome plan. Like I said, I just want to say thank you so much. From the moment that I started really working with the natural stones and the copper and becoming and learning to heal through the stones. This I have met so many people, and I've had the opportunity to touch so many lives and have, I mean, so many testimonies of people that come to me after they have worn the jewelry and tell me these wonderful things that have happened to them because they wore that piece. And it really is such a blessing. They say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And that's exactly what happened in our relationship. And I have truly benefited tremendously from being your student. So I am grateful, and I definitely will send people in your direction, for the class. And if there's anything that I can do to help in that class, with sharing some of the skills that you've given me, I'm definitely ready for that.
Thank you. And like I said again, I'm grateful and thankful for you being a student. I don't, like I said again, when I teach, I'm very serious about it because I know that God got me here for a purpose, and I can't
Right.
play because you don't know what tomorrow may bring. And I'm grateful
Mm,
and thankful because you're a good student. You know what I'm saying? And that's a blessing for me. I want to thank you too
oh,
because people don't understand as a master artist. If you can't, somebody can't teach you anything, then you're not a master artist. You
mm,
can't be an Indian, you can't be a chief unless you've been an Indian. So each one of
right.
my students, I do get something. Uh, they inspire me. They go home and do. They inspire me to teach more. So
Yes, ma'am.
I thank my husband too for being part of my life. I'm very grateful and thankful.
Yes, ma'am. Well, him and Jami love you. They
That's right.
love
I love my
Aries.
baby
That's
too.
right now. Come on now.
They'd be just as excited as me when you was coming over to the house. Both of them. I had to tell
I
Jami,
know
get
they,
out the
yeah,
music
they
kind of
try to take
work.
time.
Huh?
Yeah, we just had to put them out the room because we had to get busy. Yeah, I understood. Yeah,
I know.
but
Yes, ma'am.
well, that's how you know that everything's in divine order. Whenever I teach like that, and I got a family, I like to kind of put the family in there too. You know what I'm saying? Let
Mm,
them know that I'm not taking you away. It's something going to help the whole family. Because once you
right.
get it, you take it to them. And y'all been a good family to me. Like I said again,
My husband
I had
don't
to
do
give
nothing but wear the
thanks.
jewelry. That's all he do is wear the jewelry. Every once in a while, he'll cut a piece of wire for me. But he definitely wears the king bling.
That's right.
I I don't blame him. I would do the same because for somebody he supports you. Now you got a lot
Yeah,
of sisters out there killer, and they so you got to understand they're scuffed right now. You know what I'm saying? And I want to thank the brother for believing in you and knowing what God has for you. You understand what I'm saying? And not giving you a hard time to do it, but making opportunities so that you can do it. And that's what a
right.
teamwork means. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand, you got a lot of brothers out there not like your husband now. I know a lot of them can't
Yes.
do it. Got to fight to do it. They don't give them the space. The family don't give them the space to do it. So that's why I give your
Yeah.
brother. That's why I give your husband so much love because the way he loved you,
Yes.
and way you love him. You know what I'm saying? Because he supports you and you support him in whatever you got to do, and that's the
That's right.
beauty of it. That's why he's grown so. Yeah, because he's been so supportive. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. God has blessed us to be a good team for one another.
That's right. That's right now.
Yes. Y'all a good team.
Yes, ma'am.
That's
All right, beloved.
that's
Well, again, I know you got to go, and it's
yeah.
actually getting a little late on this end, but we love you. We
I
appreciate
love you
you,
too.
and we looking forward to continuing our conversation at another time.
We will, and y'all take care now.
All right. Thank
All right.
you.
Aloha. Until next time.
Peace and blessings, Queen.
All right, all right, Mahala.
All right.
Mahalo. Praise be to Allah, fam. Did y'all hear? I know the sound was a little bit low, and we're going to figure this out because on one of the other shows it was, but then on the other shows the sound was just perfect. So we're going to continue to work on the sound, but if you could just turn your volume up because she was dropping jewels. Really, just so much as jewelry or holistic healing jewelry is so much more than just jewelry. It's holistic. You know, it covers so much. She talked about her love for us as a people. And that's what drives her is her spirit to serve God's people. That's what, really she taught me. I mean, I knew, of course, to serve God, and I was doing that. But she showed me how to do it through art, how to use my spirit, my energy to be able to create pieces that reflect God, And as she said, when you're wrapping with the copper is such a important metal. When you wrapping it, you're wrapping the energy so that it can be held for you, for your body's benefit. I mean, it was just so beautiful. I love Aries. She's so awesome. And she says she has a class coming up in October for teaching, and we'll keep you posted on when those classes start. I also do classes, so we'll make sure to coordinate to make sure we're not doing the same class. I think she's going to start with some beginner classes, and I can start wherever you are. So if you're at the beginning level or you're already rapping and you want to take it to another level, then we can do that, and then we can learn together how to take it to the next level. Okay? Because this is what we're going to do together, family, to grow, to heal, to better our condition and the condition of our people. Okay? So it has been an awesome show, and I'm grateful and thankful. And do you have anything else to say, hon?
Well, I do have this to say, man. That jewelry has taken us so many places in the world. And believe it or not, that jewelry was our sole means of support for quite some time,
Mm-hmm.
So it's not about the money. My wife has been blessed to be able to actually wrap pieces that came from Jerusalem, wrap pieces that came from Kemet or Egypt, wrap
Yes.
pieces that came from I don't know where, but white turquoise and
an archaeologist was on a dig, and they actually dug up some white turquoise.
very rare.
Very rare. It was 3 pieces. And a healer that I was friends with in Belize, she wanted me to wrap them for her. And can we post a picture?
Not right now.
Okay, I'll put it on one of my reviews for on the Queen of Rap and just show you some of my work that I have done over the years. But it was a very beautiful piece, and because she's a healer, she needed something to keep her grounded. So we wrapped the turquoise with some crystals and a little bit of hematite, and then some additional blue turquoise. It turned out to be a very beautiful piece, and she wore it through all of her sessions when she went to heal people. And really just Allah has blessed me to help a lot of people along the way with these beautiful pieces. And I do believe it's because of the energy that I come to it when I began my work in bringing in the elements of the universe and making sure that I have cleansed all of the stones before I even began to get started. And it's such a part of what I do. I feel guilty if I didn't clean it and I made a piece. Now I got to go soak it because I didn't, so I don't do that often, because I don't like the way that that makes me feel. I like to be true to my word. If I say that I do something, then that's exactly what I have to do, because at the end of the day, I'm not answering you. I'm answering to the creator of the universe. And he charges me when I do anything outside of what he has ordained. And because this is a mission that he put me on, then I have to be right and exact to the best of my abilities. So just know that when I create, I am creating for you. I don't like to, do a lot of pieces and just have a lot of pieces available. I do pieces that I'm inspired to do. Like I told you all a couple of weeks ago, I'm working on some citrine and I'm working on some amethyst. And I have to wait until that right design for that. I have the pieces. I have my pieces, but I have to wait for that design to really hit my mind. I've already done some earrings, so I've started with that part. I know I'm going to do a bracelet, and the necklace is just going to be fabulous. At least that's what I have in my head. That is going to be absolutely fabulous. So I'm going to do my best. But again, I do have some pieces on Etsy. I have some pieces that are commonly available, which are the forever bracelets that can be done. Right now, I have the chakra bracelets, but I also will have some tiger eye and some hematite as well. And I will put them up on Etsy when they are available. And I also put a nice little picture so that you can see it. So guys, we love you. Definitely, if you want to support and you want to purchase and have a Nafisa Ali original, you can definitely hit me up on etsy.com/shop/Nafisa Ali. And that's NAFEEZ as in zebra, AHALI. All right. I have some beautiful pieces there for you. If you are not into jewelry, it's okay, because we have so many other things that on a holistic level we offer. Of course, we have the tonic that helps with the immune system. We have the kidney restore. We have a lot. So I don't want to go through the whole list. I just want you to know that, everything that we put in our store is designed to help you improve your condition, your life on a holistic level. Even if it's just putting something beautiful on your wall to bring you joy when you look at it. Those are the things that we are desiring to provide for you. Okay. So I love you guys. I look forward to seeing you all again on Thinking Thursday. Make it happen, Cap.
All right. And as we always tell you, to be the best because you are the best. And continue to let the spark in your mind create a new reality. Until next time, y'all be good to yourself, be good to one another, and know that the change that you're looking for is within your power to do it. Peace. Just a little bit.